What is good, guys? This is Tcg Sam here, coming at you guys with another locals feature match. In this one, I'm playing Virtual World against my ex-roommate playing Evil Twin. So it's a pretty interesting matchup. But yeah, with that being said, let's just hop straight into it. We're gonna finish shuffling up. He's gonna roll an 11. I'm gonna roll an 11. He's gonna roll an 8, and then I roll a 10. So we do win the die roll. We do opt to go first. Using his mystical stacking technique, he does make us brick. And if you didn't catch that, it was Shan Wu, Gamma, Qinglong, Lao Lao, and like something else I couldn't play. So I passed it to him. He passes it back, thankfully. So we draw for turn, draw a Lily, and that's probably one of the best draws we could have had. We're gonna activate the Lily on the Qinglong, and he tries to ogre the Qinglong, but I'm explaining here that I'm not using Qinglong's effect on the field to banish anything to negate, because if I'm just playing the face-up spell, I definitely can't ogre it. So yeah, that's what I'm explaining here. Activating Lily's, targeting the Qinglong, seeing if he has a response. He doesn't. We were able to send Nian Yan and Chuche, but importantly, we send the Nian Yan to the graveyard, so now we can resolve our Lao Lao with values. Lao Lao allows us to send Qinglong to the graveyard, which gets us access to another name, so we're just off to the races here once our first virtual world name's resolved. Like, at this point, even if he ashes the Qinglong for some reason, I don't know why he wouldn't ash like the Lao Lao, but like, if for some reason he had something here, we'd still be in a good spot. But we Qinglong add a copy of Lulu, and you can see his hand is just full of hand traps. So he bricked as well, so unfortunate for him, but not much we can really do. He can really do. Here I decided to go for a Zolkin play, and I think that was a bit of a misplay. I had a Chuche in my grave. I probably should have just went Chuche to lower the level of one of my 6s to make a Gossip Shadow to play around Nibiru. But regardless, we're still able to play here. I'm able to send another spell to the grave, and now I'm able to up the level of our tuner to level 6, and now I'm able to make a free level 9 with Shen Shen. So I decided just go battle phase, swing for 2800. We do have a live Chuche, I believe, because we have 2 banished with different names. Our opponent's just going to set a monster and pass, so he still didn't draw a way to play, which is just super unfortunate. But like, you can see, it's kind of like the weakness with decks that just play like a lot of hand traps. Is sometimes you're just going to draw those hands. But yeah, we draw for turn when we're in the driver's seat for sure. We're going to activate Qinglong, and I'm thinking how I can get a spell or trap just to play around Nibiru, a top deck Nibiru, because I feel like that's the only way I can lose is if he top deck Nibiru and I play right into it. So I'm trying to figure out a way in order to get a spell or a trap under 5 summons in order to resolve my Zolkin. I end up sending Gigi, bringing back the Lily as summon number 2. I'm going to overlay the 2-4 copy of I believe M7. M7 could grab back Lulu, and Lulu could potentially grab me another spell or trap. I think that's the play I was thinking of, and then we can just continue on from there after that. I do end up going M7. M7 is going to attempt to add back the Lulu. He ogres it, which is totally fine. Even though we lose the XOZ body, we still should be in a decent spot to try to go for game. We're going to set up a Crystal Wing here, and that should turn off not only his top deck Nibiru, but also any like top deck engine he has. So even if we don't kill him, I figured that we'd still be in a decent spot. Here I'm actually in a weird spot because I ran out of all the traps in my deck. So I'm actually just forced to send a Nian to add the Kowloon. So we have a smaller trap to set. So we do set it, summon the Crystal Wing, and he just packs it up from there. So we do take down game 1. Sliding into game 2, I apologize for the camera angle. It got shifted around. I need to be more wary of that in the future. But yeah, he's going to start with his Evil Twin 1-card starter. I do have a Gamma in my hand, but I decided to give him the thumbs up, let him go, because I want him to commit more of his like extra deck resources here. So when he activates the Kiss Kill effect, I'm going to chain the Gamma, but he slams down the Crossout Designator, which means, unfortunately, our Gamma doesn't resolve, and he's going to be able to full combo. But you're going to see Gamma in hand in Virtual Worlds is actually absolutely insane. It forces him to play so awkwardly if he wants to play around it, or if he wants to just, like, say, screw it, I'll play into it. Like, it just punishes him so hard. He has a standard Evil Twin combo ending on Trouble Sunny, setting a 1-card face down, ending his turn. We draw for turn, starting things off with a Foolish Burial Goods. Foolish Burial Goods, I'm a huge advocate of this card in Virtual World. If you haven't checked out the deck profile, I do explain why I play it in there. But yeah, we're gonna Foolish Barrel gets the Qinglong, activate the Qinglong effect. He knows I have Gamma, so he can't Ash this. And like if he did Ash it, we just punish him with the Gamma, like I said. And I'm considering with the discard, we end up discarding the Nian Nian. Next up, I'm gonna activate the Qinglong, and then I'm gonna place it face up on the field, and now this is threatening to force out his copy of Trouble Sunny, because I can just banish the Nian Nian to attempt to negate it. So that's what I do. He changed his Trouble Sunny, of course. I chain Gamma. He changed Ash, which is okay, because now I just negate whichever one he tries to use. So he's only able to chain block one. I'm just gonna Gamma the one he doesn't chain block. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal for me. Regardless if he draws or pops my Qinglong, I'm still able to play it because I have E-Telly in my hand. And this one Gamma is just, you can see how much value it puts in. It baited out two cards from our opponent, the Ash and the Crossout. He does end up opting to go for the one that pops by chain blocking it, so I negate the one that lets him draw. But like I said, it doesn't matter. We're gonna activate the emergency teleport here, and we already know he used Ash this turn, so he pretty much has no way to stop this emergency teleport. That's great for me because it's gonna let me summon the Nian Nian, and we got Lulu in our hands, so Lulu's gonna be able to just do our thing from here. Lulu targeting Nian Nian, even though we used Qinglong already, it's still a great thing to send, because now we get Kowloon into our hand. That sets up Chuche. We get Shanwu into the graveyard. That's an extra extender if we need. And I'm just contemplating here what I can do in order to try to kill him or just set up the most that I can. I'm gonna Synchro for starters Charge Warrior. He does end up Veiloring it, which is an interesting choice. I guess it's not like that big of a deal, but either way, the real reason why I made it was the Synchro with Gamma. That's a huge thing. People don't know that like Gamma plus a regular 6 Synchro can make Crystal Wing, and that hard punishes him here because he definitely had no idea I could do that. We also have a level 6 body with the Siphon Driver, so we're still in an incredibly good spot. We're gonna activate the Shanwu, targeting our copy of Lulu, I believe, and if he has no response, I'm going to chain the copy of Emergency Teleport in my hand, and this is a legal play because Shanwu only requires you to have a card in hand when you activate its effect, so even though I have nothing left to discard, it'll still resolve. We're going to E-Telly out another copy of Lulu, bring out the copy of Nian Nian from Shanwu, which is now no longer which is not a tuner, but we're going to end up overlaying the two for a copy of Gossip Shadow. This is just because I recognize the way he plays through my board is if he tries to summon his monster, have extenders and stuff. But either way, like, we're able to clear his board with our monsters, and then main phase 2 we're still able to turn the Driver and the Lulu into a copy of Shen Shen. So that gives us further follow up for future turns. And we have 2 monster negates plus a Chuche on the board, so we are in a very good position. I decided to go for Vermilion because I figured Shen Shen wouldn't do too much here. I wanted just to take out any possible follow-up he may have by setting that card. We do have access to, like I said, 2 interruptions and a pop, so there really isn't too much our opponent can do. Sure, he has Trouble Sunny in the graveyard, and Trouble Sunny is good at forcing is going to force something out. I do end up Crystal Winging, negating it, and then he's going to normal summon this guy, activate the effect, negate it. Even though he has Ogre for Chuche, so if he did have an extender there, it would have been a bit scary for us because he would have been able to actually play through everything. But regardless, we managed to take it down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't checked the deck profile or the test hands, they're on my channel already. But with that being said, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.